I'm Jan.
I'm Tracey, and we are in Ushuaia, Argentina.
And this is actually about the third stop of a trip of a lifetime because we are going to Antarctica on Atlas cruises. The first part, which was flying for about 10 hours from Houston to Buenos Aires, where we took a taxi to the Hilton Hotel. Once we got to the Hilton, we were completely in the arms of Atlas. They had a small check-in desk that was right next to the hotel desk. And basically, they've been with us every step of the way. This morning at 4:45, we had to be downstairs after getting a cup of coffee to be able to go to the airport.
It is early in the morning, and we are on our bus for Buenos Aires. Going to Antarctica. And from there, we did another flight on Fly Bondi Airlines. I guess it's a low-budget Argentinian one. It was 3.5 hours, and we flew from Buenos Aires to Ushuaia, which is 3,000 kilometers, to the southernmost city in the world.
Once again, Atlas personnel with us every step of the way. We got our bags. We then took them and gave them to the porters. In fact, while we're here at the national park, our bags are already on its way to the ship.
After we landed in Ushuaia, we had a tour bus pick us up, and it took us to the Tierra del Fuego National Park.
Now, what's nice about the entire excursion is that it's actually complimentary from Atlas, and it really serves really three things. One is it gives us a nice excursion to be able to see this beautiful land. Two, it gives them a little bit of time to actually turn around the ship and prepare for us, but also it actually kind of separates us out into smaller groups for our boarding.
Talk about that boarding process. The motor coach took us right to the gangway, and a gentleman came on board and made a short announcement and took 6 of us out. We walked up these very odd stairs. Atlas has these very crazy rolled stairs, so you have to be kind of careful going up. So it was kind of hard taking a picture of the approach to the front of the ship.
Forgot that Atlas has these funky stairs. Thank you.
Hi, how are you? They took our card, they swiped us, they took us into the lounge, gave me a glass of sparkling wine. Prosecco for me, thank you. Chin chin. And within 5 minutes, someone had come up to us. They gave us our boarding cards and told us about our shipboard credit, and then they walked us over to our room, and that was it.
Welcome to your room.
Thank you.
Everything's here.
Oh, let's unpack. Let's get it all done with. Wow, thank you.
Yeah, let's talk about our room. So we had already been on the World Traveler, as I think we talked about before. The room is almost exactly the same for a small ship, not a bad sized ship. It has a queen size bed, has a sitting room area, large screen TV, a complimentary mini bar, which is always nice, really nice shower, a really large shower, decent sized bathroom. Now, a couple things that are different is on the World Traveler, there's almost no shelf space or drawer space. For this, there's actually plenty of drawer space. So got just about the time we got moved into our room, it was time for the safety drill.
Okay, the safety drill, y'all, that was terrible. It was not a good safety drill. The one we did it last time on Atlas, They called us out to the room. We all kind of got into a rank and file of 5 long lines. They checked our life jackets, and they made the announcement, the SOLAC announcement that they do, and we were released within 5 minutes. But what happened this time, Jan?
Yeah, so it was long and drawn out. Now, part of the, part of the circumstances is there's a large Chinese contingent on probably about 20 or 30 Chinese nationals on board. So everything was translated not only from the English, but also into the Chinese, which really made the entire thing being way longer than it needs to. And understand that this does the safety drill like old school before the pandemic, where you are having to bring your life vest to the muster station. You have to put it in. You're all in line, and then they go through the entire mandatory safety briefing together. It just was way longer than necessary, but that was it. Then we had some time to just walk around the ship for a little bit. And then there was our first of our briefings, which was very nice.
We found that the briefing was really good. We have a crew of like 13 expeditionary specialists, and then the head specialist, he's from France, and he's done 26 seasons in Antarctica, so very well versed. And
funny. I mean, it's just a great sense of humor. Now, then we had dinner. Dinner was decent. The food was actually, I thought, was better than what we had on the Traveler. The service of the first night, we're going to put it up to just first night jitters, wasn't kind of what we expected, but we're hoping it'll get a lot better. Now, you might be wondering, this is actually, we're talking about this the second day, and we are right in a small little park here in Ushuaia. So why are we here? Well, because at that meeting, we were told that there is a very large storm that is coming through. So we actually, instead of leaving last night at 5 o'clock, we actually will not leave until 6 o'clock to basically stage to be able to come right back behind that storm. They're saying that if we would have went through, well, not only would have been high winds, the waves would have been about 30 feet. So that's a little bit more than I think anyone, to include the captain, wanted to do. The problem is that means that we're probably going to lose one of our days in Antarctica. But what is really kind of exciting is they did talk about the itinerary. There are several different routes you can go. Some you go to the South Shetland Islands, some you do shallow. We're actually focusing, at least what the plan is on the actual deep onto the Antarctica Peninsula, which we're really, really happy about. So we are going to go back to the ship. We did some souvenir shopping, and we're going to get some lunch, some dinner. And what we'll do is watch this video to be able to see our passage over the Drake Passage. And as always, keep on traveling.